Hey, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Have you heard about the 3 recent federal cases that received presidential clemency? These decisions have been making headlines and sparking conversations across the country. In today's video, we're going to break down exactly who these individuals are, what their cases were about, and why these clemency decisions are so significant. We'll give you a clear, simple, and neutral overview so you can understand the full picture. Our goal here is to explain the background of each case in a balanced way, without taking sides, just giving you the facts as they are known. So, if you're ready to get informed, let's dive right in. First, let's quickly touch on what presidential clemency actually is. In the United States, the president has the constitutional authority to grant clemency for federal offenses. This is a powerful tool that can take a few different forms. It might be a full pardon, which essentially forgives the crime and restores civil rights. It could also be a commutation, which reduces a sentence but doesn't erase the conviction. Or it could be other forms of relief, because these decisions are made at the highest level of government and directly impact the justice system. They almost always draw a lot of public attention and discussion. Each case has its own unique context, which is why people often have strong and varied opinions about them. Now, let's talk about the first individual who received clemency in this recent group, Suzanne K. Her story began when federal authorities started looking into some of her online activities. Certain statements and posts she made on social media platforms caught their attention and became the focus of a legal investigation. During the legal process, Kay explained that her statements had been misinterpreted and that she never intended for them to cause any actual harm. However, a federal case was filed against her. She went through the legal system, was convicted, and served the sentence that was handed down. After completing her full sentence, she received a full presidential pardon. This pardon officially closes the case at the federal level, wiping her slate clean in the eyes of the law, free. The second clemency decision we're looking at today involves a man named Dan Edwin Wilson. His case came to light during a federal inquiry. While authorities were conducting their investigation, they discovered that Wilson had firearms in his home. The issue here was that due to some previous legal restrictions placed upon him, he was not legally permitted to possess those firearms. Discovery led to federal charges being filed against him for unlawful possession of a firearm. Wilson was convicted and was in the process of serving his sentence for those charges. The recent pardon he received effectively lifted the remainder of his sentence. This action officially resolves the federal case against him and means he will not have to serve any more time for this conviction. The third and final clemency action we're covering involves Joseph Schwartz, a businessman based in New York. His case was tied to a number of nursing facilities that were operated by his company. Federal investigators launched a probe into his business practices and found that certain employment-related taxes had not been properly submitted to the government as required by law. Failure to pay taxes led to legal consequences, and Schwartz was ultimately handed a federal conviction. The pardon he recently received clears that conviction from his record. This means that, moving forward, Schwartz can continue his life and business affairs without the weight of these federal charges on his legal history. For him, it's a fresh start from a legal standpoint. So, why have these 3 specific clemency decisions drawn so much public attention? It's largely because each case is so different from the others, involving different circumstances, different crimes, and different backgrounds. As you can imagine, public reaction has been quite mixed, which is very common when we talk about matters of justice, fairness, and the use of presidential authority. On one side, some people believe that clemency is a vital part of the justice system. They see it as a tool for mercy, giving individuals a second chance to rebuild their lives after they've paid their debt to society. Supporters might argue that it corrects potential injustices or recognizes that a person has been rehabilitated. On the other hand, there are those who view these decisions more critically. Some people question the timing or the motivations behind certain pardons, especially when they involve individuals with political connections or controversial cases. These critics often raise concerns about fairness and accountability. They might ask whether clemency undermines the work of the courts and law enforcement, or if it creates a perception of a tutored justice system. These conversations are part of a broader national dialogue about what justice really means, how it should be applied, and what the role of executive power should be within our legal framework. Presidential clemency has a long and complex history in the United States, and it has always been a significant and often debated feature of the American justice system. Spitz. From the very first presidents to the present day, leaders have used this power for a wide range of reasons: to show mercy, to correct what they see as wrongful convictions, or to make a political statement. Regardless of where you stand on these particular cases or on the concept of clemency itself, one thing is clear: these decisions continue to shape our national conversation about law, justice, and fairness. They force us to confront difficult questions and consider different perspectives on how our legal system should operate. And that's the breakdown of the 3 recent clemency decisions. We hope this video gave you a clear and helpful overview of the situation. Our aim was just to present the information and let you form your own opinions. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video informative and helpful, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to follow our channel and subscribe for more content like this. We love hearing from you, so please drop a comment below and let us know what topic you'd like us to cover next. We'll see you in the next video.